Welcome to my turf.
If you're like us and believe in fairy tales, then dreams just may come true today at the Sunrise Club. Chinese Taipei sporting princess Yani Singh has had the weight of an expectant nation resting on her shoulders all week. And as if by magic, she leads the field going into Sunday. Her play has at times been simply spellbinding. Even when the weather has been at its most challenging. The world number one enters the day on the verge of a win that she would rate right up there with her 5 major championships. But if she is to raise the trophy at day's end, Yani will need to overcome an array of golfing talent from around the globe, all of them intent on casting a spell of their own. Maybe Korea's 33-year-old supermum, Hee-won Han, can wind back the clock to her glory days. Another Korean, Amy Yang, rode the scoring roller coaster on Saturday. When she's on song, she's unstoppable. The European charge will feature one of the brightest youngsters in the game, Spanish starlet Azahara Munoz, in pursuit of her maiden LPGA crown. Or maybe the day will belong to the ice-cool Swede, under the most intense pressure, and a Nordqvist has stood tall in more ways than one. As the galleries clamour to witness every unfolding moment, an entire country will stand mesmerised as its favourite daughter knocks on history's door. The golden prize awaits. Hello everyone, and a big welcome to the Sunrise Golf and Country Club in Chinese Taipei from Peter Donegan, our final round coverage of the Sunrise LPGA Taiwan Championship of 2011. It has been the most extraordinary week, and today we are in for a great day of golf, a great day of sporting theatre at this wonderful golf course in front of a packed house. And here are the players we'll be watching. Amy Yang, 7 birdies yesterday. Hee-won Han, the mother of a 4-year-old boy of 33 years of age, and Katie Futcher, top 3 in a major championship this year. Yani Singh looking for win number 11 in 2011 around the world, and a Nordqvist, a major champion in 2009, as Azahara Munoz in search of her maiden LPGA victory. And today the weather has come to the party. It's the best of the 4 days. A sunny day, temperature 29 degrees, the wind not nearly as severe as yesterday, so everything is perfect for a great day. Time to hear from the big 3 before things get underway. Yani Singh and a Nordqvist, and first of all, Azahara Munoz.
It's always fun to play in front of so many people, and I really like Anna. You know, we were teammates in Arizona State, and Yani is super nice to play with, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's obviously playing on Yanni's home court today, having a chance to win. It can't get much better than that.
Oh, it will be very, very special for me to win this one. You know, I can share this honor to all the fans, media, all the people in Taiwan that, you know, thanks for their supporting, and, you know, I just, you know, hopefully, you know, I hold in this pressure and then, you know, try to do my best.
And they will be here in their thousands to watch, as they have been for all 3 days so far. More than 20,000 people in to watch the final day. And let's get down to some of the early highlights. And first of all, to the first of the par 3s, 149 yards. And a Nordqvist started with a par at the first at -8. This her tee shot to the second. And they've lined the fairway all the way down 1 and down 2 and then down 3. And this is the reason why Yani Singh, with an opportunity for an early birdie, and you could just about hear the roar from a different country. Katie Futcher started with a couple of pars. This a birdie opportunity at the 3rd for the American. A bomb from Katie Futcher at 3. And then we moved on to the 4th, the second of the par 3s, a long par 3 at 208 yards. Amy Yang, her second shot. And the highlights just keep on coming early on day 4. Azahara Munoz of Spain with a birdie opportunity at the 3rd to go -8. So the conditions just ideal for scoring on this final day, and so it is proving, with the early action being hot and the weather simply superb and just perfect for what is going to be a memorable day. And this is what it all looks like at the moment. Yani Singh has the lead by 1 shot, and Nordqvist has picked up another one. She's 2 under through 4 and has reduced the overnight gap from 2 to 1, as Azahara Munoz is now 3 shots back from the lead. As we head to the 4th, let's get down to business. The action at the 208-yard par 3 4th. Azahara Munoz on the tee. Pin today is 30 on and 6 from the right. Another brilliant shot from the Spaniard. And as we watch that ball come to rest, Sandra McKenzie joins me in the commentary box for what, Sandy, is going to be a simply memorable day of sport.
Well, this is just so electric. The atmosphere is amazing. Amy Yang's second shot into the 5th hole. Par 4, 396 yards, pin 26 on, 6 from the left. Here's another great shot. Seen some extraordinary stuff already this morning.
And also with us in the commentary box, Kate Burton. Kate, we thought we'd seen something over the first 3 days, but we ain't seen nothing yet compared to Sunday.
No, we certainly haven't, and the fans have come out in their droves here to watch this woman. Can she make another chapter in the history books? It's spine-tingling stuff. The hairs on my arms were up on their ends on the first tee when she teed off this morning. Never witnessed crowds of this magnitude lining the fairways.
I went down to the first tee earlier. I was talking to Candy Kung, another of the Chinese Taipei stars, and I said, what do you think of the crowd? And she took about 2 or 3 seconds, just looked around from left to right and all directions.
It would have taken her longer than 2 to 3 seconds.
She said, incredible. That was the only word she could use. Now, Anna Nordqvist, having picked up 2.
Long hole at 204 yards. But Anna, one of the biggest hitters. This is another cracking shot into this tough par 3. Well, it's just the makings of an extraordinary day.
And yet another birdie for this player. She loves the front 9. She went out in 32 yesterday. Amy Yang. Very makeable birdie putt here. After that birdie at 4, she follows it up with a birdie at 5. Moves her to 8 under. Trails Yani by just 3 shots.
Well, that's one of the smaller parts of the gallery. I can tell you it is standing room only just about everywhere. And a very warm day as we go back to the 4th green. Yani Singh having the longest of the 3 putts. Outside opportunity of birdie to get it to -12. That roar is going to go up all day, but they're disappointed, and she's got some work to do. Still about 3 to 4 feet for the Rolex World #1 to make her par.
Yani was quite nervous this morning before she went off. I think this has been such a daunting week for her. It's all about her, this tournament, and they are here to watch her play, and they want her to win so badly. There is a lot of pressure on her.
If you're not nervous today, Sandy, in her circumstance, I would think you've got something other than blood in your veins.
Well, can she close the gap here? Anna Nordqvist, it's for birdie. Could be her second 2 of the day. She gets it and moves to just 1 within Yani, 10 under par. What an electric start Anna's having.
4-2, 4-2 so far for the lady from Sweden.
Make a difference if she put another 4-2 on her cards, I can tell you.
Well, she was actually a competitive swimmer as a youngster, and she's been thrown in at the deep end here in this circumstance.
Very handy with the tennis racket as well. Munoz, great opportunity to pick up another shot here. Made one on the 3rd hole. Watched her last week. It was our first really good look at Munoz, and she is a gritty fighter. She's such a talented player. Now this is going to be a bit of a problem there. The crowds, you can't imagine. You just can't imagine what this golf course is like, and there's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of distractions out there today. You just got to keep your cool, keep it together. Birdie putt for Munoz. And just gently, she had to strike that down the hill. Just took a little bit of break. So it's a par, but she's in good shape. 1 under for the round so far.
So it's Yanni at 11 under, Anna at 10 under, Amy Yang, Azahara Munoz at 8 under, and the closest of the rest to the leader is Hee-Won Han along with Katie Futcher at -6. So just a testing length here for Yanni, and no doubt the nerves are beginning to settle, especially with that long birdie putt at the second, and the roar that went up just about shook the ground here. It's a day that Chinese Taipei is watching very closely. Massive television audience through Formosa TV today, joining you wherever you're watching around the world. We're in for a day of sporting theatre that we haven't seen the likes of for a long time. Par for Yanni. Stays at -11.
Well, there's a number of good scores here today, and what we should add is that the wind has certainly dissipated. When we arrived on Tuesday, goodness me, breezes of, well, not breezes, gusts of up to 60 kilometres an hour, and that's certainly died down now.
Yanni's lead is 1 over Anna Nordqvist, Amy Yang and Azahara Munoz at 8 under par. We are off and running with our final round coverage of the Sunrise LPGA. Stick around. Well, it seems as though for all the world that Yanni Seng is getting closer to what would be one of the most cherished victories of her career. She's achieved a lot in golf, but before that can happen, she has to hold off the contenders. And there are some very talented players amongst them. The 23-year-old Spaniard, Azahara Munoz. Amy Yang, who continues to hang in there with her brilliance, at times a little wayward. And Anna Nordqvist is also there, looking for another victory on the LPGA Tour. It's advantage Yanni at the moment, but the challengers are hanging in there. Munoz, tee shot, 14.
Bounding down the centre of the fairway, a good place to be. Well, she's still got to think she's got a chance, Atha Munoz. There's 5 holes to play, none of them are straightforward. They all have their challenges, and let's go up ahead now to Katie Futcher on 15. Katie enjoying a wonderful round. She's 4 under par up until here. Went out in 34.
Tee, driver in hand. Our leader by 3, Yanni Seng. Clubhouse must seem a long way away just at present. Lashing that one down the fairway, leaving nothing behind.
Well, Pete, when we look at the golfing greats over the years, and you look at Yanni Seng there, she won her 4th major at the age of 22 years old. Tiger won his 4th at 24, and Annika Sorenstam not until she was 31. So what we are witnessing here is something incredibly special as we watch Amy Yang tee off. One group ahead.
And she's now won 5 majors at 22 years, 6 months, 8 days. The youngest player, male or female, to win 5 majors. The record books are being shredded. And a Nordqvist tee shot at 14. Got that down there as well. Nice tee shot. They're going to need everything to go right. The ladies who are flanking Yanni Seng at the moment on the leaderboard, they are chasing her. Birdie opportunity for Morgan Pressel. Another one.
Always going to be quick from the back corner of the green. She's 7 under here, compiling a scintillating round of golf. 9 under for the tournament.
We talked about ages, Katie. She was 18 years, 10 months, 9 days old when she won the Kraft Nabisco in 2007, the youngest player ever to win an LPGA major. What a colourful scene it is.
Yes, as somebody once remarked, they resemble the Australian cricket team.
Yeah, they are the caddies and the buggy drivers who have had a really difficult time trying to get around this week because there's very little spare space around this golf course.
Quite a few of the players this week have been asked to sign all manner of objects. Yanni Seng was asked to sign an autograph, an oil painting, and a number of players this morning were asked to sign iPads, as the spectators were using those to take photos of their favourite golfers and then ask them to scribble on the iPad afterwards.
Well, I've seen some weird and wonderful requests over the years. Body parts have been offered up, arms, legs, and any bare bit of skin has been asked to be signed over the years on golf courses.
Yes, Yanni Seng also signed the television truck just outside where we are commentating from, adjacent to the practice fairway. And let's now hone in on Anna Norquist, second to 14. This is certainly a pin you can attack. We've seen a number of players arrow their approach into 14.
One ahead at 15. Amy Yang running out of holes. She's made par at 13, par at 14. If there's to be any little glimmer of hope, she starts to make birdies right here. Landed at hole high, but it's released all the way to the back.
Let's go back now to Yanni. Well, the players have been hitting it closely, and I can't imagine she would do anything but.
Whoops.
Oh, she struck it too well. Got too much action on her wedge. She'll be frustrated with that.
We talked about her, Katie, being nervous at the start of the day. She's got to be nervous now. There is no way she could not be in the pressure of this situation in front of her home crowd. And who knows, might be starting to show just a little bit, but still with a 3-shot buffer. It's up to the ladies behind her to come up with the answers. This lady in particular, the closest of the challengers in the lengthening shadows, as Zahara Munoz second shot at 14. She could possibly knock that in.
Well, it'll be an uphill putt from there. Morgan Pressel here, hopefully holding out for a nice tidy par on 16. 7 under for her round today. She would have taken that for her entire score for the whole week if you stood on the tee on Wednesday here, with the winds gusting up to 70 miles, well, not miles, I should say, kilometres an hour.
All the way at the back of 15. Cody Futcher now just pitching back into the wind. And she's done it nicely. A little awkward length, but the way she's been holing out today, you would back her to make that. And to make her par, remaining at -9 in a tie for 5th at the moment with Morgan Pressel. And big, big dollars up for grabs. $300,000 to the winner of the $2 million prize purse here, US dollars that is. And also, what she'll take away, apart from the dollars, is the belief that she is able to match it with some of the very best players in the game.
And that's what this game is all about. It's about confidence, believing in yourself that you can challenge and mount a challenge every week that you stand up on the tee. And that's exactly what Yanni Seng does so well. She can focus 100% on the task ahead. And every hole looks like a birdie opportunity for her. She can't see anything else. To either go at full speed or not at all. So this putt will come up a rise, as we saw her second shot check back. It rolled back to the front of the green. It's going to come up quite a severe rise and then roll down and release towards the hole.
She made birdie here yesterday.
very good putt because it's terribly difficult to judge the weight, and she knows that's a good putt as well. She's a great ambassador for the game, Yani Tseng. You've seen her signing all sorts of things, her stickers this week, and all the proceeds from all the memorabilia that's signed goes to help the children who suffer from cleft lip and palate. So a very noble cause, and I'll be grateful to her. Well, how did that miss? Oh, Amy, the ball must be afraid of the dark. Can't believe that didn't go in, but we'll give her that for her par.
And that will see her remain 4 back. Pressure will be on if this can fall. For Munoz, for birdie at 14, running out of holes. Get lost in the fact that she is doing exactly what Yani has done so far. She's 4 under par for the day. But the problem was she started 3 back. Anna Nordqvist started 2 back. The possibility of picking up 1. She too, rapidly running out of opportunities to catch the world number 1. This will come a little from her left.
Terry McNamara, her caddy, says that she's got a better short game than Annika Sorenstam, and that's who he used to caddy for, so he speaks from a wealth of experience. Needs to improve on her ball striking, but a magical short game. Anna Nordqvist yields.
Tough putting through the shadows. It's always difficult just to get a read. A little ripple of applause goes up before Anna makes her par. So the local crowd, who have been so respectful, you wouldn't really begrudge them showing a few signs of parochialism on the way in here, because they're just waiting for this moment. And there's the announcement. No cameras in the local language. As good as he is, Jason, everything that he's done on the bag, I don't think his Mandarin is all that good.
No, he might have to work at that for next year. Yes, it's been Yani, of all people, that's been telling the fans on each tee not to take any photos or to turn their mobile phones off, and they have been extremely good this week. Well, this putt to salvage par on 14, keep her at 14 under, 3 ahead.
4 to play.
She's smiling a little bit. You wonder when she's going to fully relax. Still a great deal of work to do, but to really savour the moment out here this afternoon as we join Katie Fuchs. Good up and down from the back of the green. Keeps her at 9 under, but 5 back.
The crowd at 18 patiently awaiting the arrival of their hero, but they get the opportunity of seeing some great players while they're waiting. Christy Kerr's 3rd shot at the final hole. The pin's 23 on, 6 from the left at 18 today. Wonderful approach from Christy Kerr, who's had a very good day. 5 under par for the day, and this lady even better.
Oh, beautiful swing. Look at the balance. The follow through in the finish, and that needs to roll on down. No harm done there for Morgan Pressel.
4 holes to go for Yani Tseng. She leads by 3, but that smile is a bit of a nervous smile at the moment. Not yet a smile of victory, because plenty can happen between here and the clubhouse. Yani leads by 3. Munoz, Yang, Nordqvist hanging in there. The challenge is still coming.
If you think heroes are only in movies, consider this. Over 70% of firefighters are local volunteers. These are our neighbors putting their lives on the line. And when they rely on a battery, there are firefighters everywhere who trust Duracell And now you can join with Duracell to help. Just buy specially marked packs, and Duracell will make a battery donation to local volunteers. These days, don't we all need someone to trust? Duracell, trusted everywhere.
We are building a website by ourselves.
There's an easier way. Create your own small business site with Intuit websites. Choose a style, customize, publish, and get found from just $7.99 a month. Get a 30-day free trial at Intuit.com.
Legend has it that Aphrodite, Greek goddess of love and desire, introduced the pomegranate to the island of Cyprus, where it was declared an aphrodisiac. And only Pom Wonderful has the juice of 4 whole pomegranates and is backed by modern science. Powerful then, Pom Wonderful now.
Four holes to play. The Spaniard, the 23-year-old, Azahara Munoz with driver in hand at 15. Trails by 3. Looked away straight away, which is either a very bad sign or a very good sign, and this time it's the latter.
Yes, I suspect with the form that she's displaying in this final round, Azahara Munoz it's straight down the middle of the fairway. But let's have a look at the 16th hole, one ahead. Well, goodness me, it's a very short hole, par 3. It's only today playing 41 yards, but it's all about getting the club selection just right. Most players today going in with maybe a 7 or an 8 iron, but anything slightly misjudged can end in a very watery grave or the front left-hand bunker that will catch any errant tee shot. The pin today tucked on the back right-hand plateau. Tough pin. I haven't seen many birdies here so far, and maybe Katie Fuchs can change all of that as she stands back on the tee. Good iron player, Katie Fuchs. Solid athletic swing. And do you know what, Pete? I think it's going to be the first time in 3 days they haven't had to hit anything more than a 5 iron.
Well, yesterday, Katie, it was the 3rd most difficult hole on the golf course, and today it is the 15th most difficult hole. Speaking of 15. Leader by 3. Yanni bends down to pick the tee up straight away. Always a good sign.
Gosh, she's hitting the ball hard, isn't she?
Yeah, no backing off. That's the way she does things. And there'll be no room for adventure at 18 as well, because it's simply a genuine 3-shot hole, so there won't be any heroics there either.
As we join Amy Yang back on 16. Playing alongside Katie Fuchs. Oh, that's a tremendous shot there. Difficult to get it back, or to convince yourself to get it back to that right-hand plateau. Exactly what she's done. As we join Anna Norquist, towering Swede. Well, she set off today hoping that she could put some pressure early on Yanni. She did that for the front line, but is faltering on the back nine. That's a colossal drive she's hit there. But looking for her first LPGA win since back in 2009. Don't think it's going to happen today.
She has bombed that at 15. Here's Christy Kerr to finish up what has been a very satisfying day with a birdie. Indeed. 6 under par 1 of 66 for Christy Kerr. And that is a fabulous finish for the lady who is right up near the top of the money list and is one of the all-time money list leaders in the LPGA.
And her compatriot still out on the golf course here is Morgan Pressel. Okay. Not a bad putt. She taps in safely for par.
I talked about Christy Kerr, Katie. She's 4th on the all-time money list, career earnings of $13.43 million. She's been one of the greats, and consistency has been her hallmark. Second shot for Munoz at 15. 34 on in the centre. And she she was looking at it anxiously from the word go. She didn't feel as though she got all of that.
Well, it's a great tournament for Munoz. This was the jolt she said she needed after the Solheim Cup to greater things. It's been a mediocre start for her, but in spite of all the swing changes, playing extremely well. As we see Katie Fuchs, well, it was always going to move left to right, that putt. Green slopes back to front. Good effort from there. And she'll face an uphill tiddler.
We talked about the fact that she carries bacon around in the bag. I'll tell you a couple of other things about Katie in a moment as we go back to 15 and watch Yanni's second shot. If she can get this close, the key would be in the lock. Not close enough for comfort, but still a very good shot. And Katie Fuchs said if she wasn't a golfer, she would like to be a flower delivery person or an elementary school bus driver.
I would never have guessed that. Neither would I have guessed her carrying 15 to 20 rashers of bacon around in her bag. She needs to get off the golf course pretty quickly because she's challenging IK Kim's caddy to a swimming race afterwards. She was an excellent swimmer in her time, so she's still got work to do on the golf course, as has this lady, Anna Norquist.
No joy for Amy Yang, as we just saw with her birdie putt at 16. Bite, she said.
And it does. Great shot from Anna. Yes, Katie Fuchs is heading off, and she believes she can swim her 4 lengths quicker than Rick, IK Kim's caddy, can in 3.
Well, that might be something a bit later on. Here's a par putt for Amy. Oh, barring a disaster, she's now too far back. She's got 2 really tough holes to come, 17 and 18. She's 4 back from the lead, but she's going to earn a lot of money, and she's given us a great amount of entertainment, especially on the weekend. And Fuchs tidying up for her par at 16. And she's going to collect a fair bit of cash at the end of the day as well. 15 green. The lengthening shadows. Seems a very serene place, this golf course, when there's no breeze.
Yes, we arrived on Tuesday. Oh, different place altogether, but the players certainly relishing the calm surroundings that they're experiencing this afternoon. Azahara Munoz from Malaga in the south of Spain. Learned a lot of her golf in the States, where she went to Arizona State University, played on the Ladies European Tour, and now fully graduated onto the big stage, the LPGA. This for birdie. Even long range. So should be a tap-in for Atha Munoz. She's in second place all by herself, 11 under, with Amy and Anna just 1 shot behind on 10 under, but, well, 3 shots behind.
And part of the reason she's there, Katie, I think, is her consistency. The one thing that we don't see from Munoz is we don't see any big misses. She always gives herself an opportunity to putt for birdie, or most of the time anyway, even if it is from long range. But her approach putts are generally pretty good. There is nothing wayward about her game, and that is something that is going to keep you at the top of the leaderboard wherever you play and earn a lot of dollars throughout your career. So Yanni with a slight opportunity here, you would say. We saw that she's been aggressive at putts of this length. The gallery's a fair way away here from the 15th green, which is tucked up in a little corner of the golf course, so it might take a little while for the raw to get to her if she is able to hole it. When does she get to the stage of not trying to hole these? The answer with Yanni is probably never.
Never. Never quite enough, and she knew it. Well, it's not a problem. So she has that 3-shot cushion. Should she hold that putt and Atha hold out hers here on 15 for pars to remain at 14 under.
You're going to be talking to her later on. You're going to be really intrigued when you ask her how nervous she was today, at the start and at the end.
Well, her father is out here today, Her mother follows her a great deal, but her father tends to keep his distance. Sometimes I don't think he has the most positive effect on her golf game, but he is out here today.
Well,
good luck finding him, because there's 22,000 other people here. He's not quite as close to the group as her mother is, but I'm sure many of her family members have come out today to witness this incredible final round of golf.
Well, if ever he was going to come, it was going to be today. In her home nation, a win that is going to be celebrated if indeed she does get the win, and so it would seem. Anna Nordqvist might have something to say about that, though. With this, chances are rapidly evaporating for the chasers. So this one needs to fall.
Oh, that was so close for Anna. So remains at 10 under alongside Amy Yang. As you can see, she's 2 under today, but the fireworks haven't gone off on the back nine, and that's what she needed. Couldn't afford to have any bogeys, but started with bogeys on the 11th and 12th.
Remains 3 back. So this is what it looks like as we get closer to the clubhouse. Yanni Singh through 15 now, still has a 3-shot lead. We've got the 16th, the par 3, which is playing a lot easier than it has been. And then the 17th, pretty tough. Not too tough though, the way the breeze is, and 18 is a genuine 3-shotter. So Yanni very much in the box seat to take the Sunrise LPGA Taiwan Championship of 2011. The last chances to win the magnificent Audi car. We do thank Audi for their great support of this week here in Chinese Taipei. Kate Burton has made her way down towards 18 for the presentation coming up very shortly. And Sandy McKenzie has made her way back into the commentary box.
As Munoz plays her shot, we've already seen a hole one out today. The third on a par 5. It's a beauty for Azza. Sitting there in second place, 3 behind Yanni Singh.
It was only about 4 feet from an Audi because it just about stopped in its pitch mark. Yanni Singh counting down the holes. One more birdie for her if her main chasers can't manage one, and it should be just about enough. Azza, though, is in position to make that birdie. Of the two, you'd want Azza's putt.
Well, you would, but well, when Yanni Singh is 3 ahead of you, that's a bit of a daunting prospect to try and chase her down. She'll be playing on pure adrenaline right now.
At the top of your picture is the 17th green just disappearing, and so they'll change direction, go back to that, and then make their way all along the side of the course towards the clubhouse, towards the 18th. Nordqvist 4 shots astern. Huge prize money though, as we've already discussed, so even if the win is out of the question, there are so many dollars up for grabs at this stage on Sunday afternoon. 300 for the winner, 178 for second, 129,000 for third.
Pin today, 15 on, 8 from the right, but the most important thing is it's up that huge back plateau, and that is one steep climb Anna Nordqvist has to contend with there. The 17th. Well, it was blowing quite a strong wind behind them yesterday. Katie Futcher, very quiet around this golf course now. well short of the flag. It's quite bizarre to imagine it can be that quiet with so many people out there.
And so serene after all of the wind that we've seen in the practice rounds. Morgan Pressel has had some sort of day though. She's lit the crowd up. She's down at the corner at 18. Third shot to the par 5. 23 on 6 left, the whole location. And that's the sort of thing she's been doing all day. Morgan Pressel in line for a birdie at the last for an 8 under par round of 64.
Yes, it's been some round of golf. Amy Yang, she was the real star out here yesterday until she faltered on this back 9, took 2 double bogeys, which halted her charge. And just getting it back, but a little wide. These leading players, well, there was just a barrage of birdies from them on the front 9, but it's all gone a little quiet. Once they made the turn, birdies are hard to find out there now.
By the way, Sandy, if Morgan Pressel holds that birdie at the last, from my calculations, that will be an equal career best round of 64. And we always knew when we got up here today, we drive in the bus in the morning and try and look for the trees at the bottom of the mountain or the bottom of the hill to see what they're doing. And increasingly, as we come up the hill, up to the golf course, to see how much intensity the wind has and how much it's picking up. And the higher we got up the hill today, the more we were surprised that it wasn't really doing anything.
Yes, it seemed to be blowing a little more down the bottom of the mountain. So this has been quite a surprise. We thought the wind may get up today. Totally different conditions for the players. It's very warm out there, very humid, but pretty calm. Now, Anna Nordqvist, this is very, very steep. So to try and get the pace right, she's got to hit it very firmly to get up the rise, but not give it too much where it goes scooting across the top.
It's almost like a bit of a Dreamtime sequence with the sun glistening off the water. Is this going to be the dream result that Anna would hope for? Her third last hole.
A pretty good effort from a difficult spot, a hard one to judge. This is a round that promised so much, 4 under on the front 9, but then hiccups at the 10th and the 11th, and she's not been able to get a figure in the red since then.
Tough birdie putt here for Katie Futcher, but she's holed enough of them today. Birdies at 3, 6, 10, 11, 14. Giving this a good try. Beautiful line.
That's very good, because that's really hard. You see she had to come into the shadows there, and that's really hard to judge.
So then, at 16, Yanni's made birdie at 2, birdie at 6, 7, 8. That was where she really put the foot to the floor, made the move. It's a move that has seen her stay out in front. She's now made 6 consecutive pars. Now would be a good time to break that string. She'd almost be able to reach out and touch the trophy. She's nearly there.
Well, I think now she can relax a little. Just 2 holes to play. What a timely birdie. And what a good putt this was from Yanni, seeing across the green. It was going to start moving right to left, and she loved it.
Amy Yang at 17. She had a disaster here yesterday. She 2-putted from about 3 feet. Hopefully that length will not bring back any memories of what happened yesterday. Well, Yanni's already made her birdie, so this simply must go in.
Well, Azza can put a little buffer between her and Amy Yang and Anna Nordqvist, so she goes to minus 12.
Yep, 2 back at minus 12. By the way, Amy Yang, thankfully, did tap in from that distance at 17 today.
Well, Anna Nordqvist must be feeling the odd person out here. This difficult little par 3. The 2 playing partners have both made birdie. This is for par. But it is all about where you put the tee shot on this hole. It's a very severe green. And she got it on the wrong level. That was trying to get away, but it is a 3. Stays in a tie with Amy Yang.
And so the gap is, of course, 3 as they head to the 17th. Morgan Pressel for a career low round, or an equal career low round of 64. Has to be content with a 65, and I think you'd be pretty content with that.
Yes, in anybody's book, it's a great round. That was superb stuff. Made up an awful lot of ground on the rest of the field today.
Hardest thing we're going to do today is come up with the shot of the day. So I'm not sure that we can split these. So let's have a look at all of the spectacular shots. At the 6th hole, what about this for a gallery reaction? Azahara Munoz. She found out from the crowd that had gone in. That was the first. And I thought, wow, that's going to be hard to top. Even Yanni liked that one. That's got to be one of the good feelings in golf that Azza experienced. But Hee Young Park was able to do a similar thing.
This was a great shot in on 14. And again, Hee Young Park cannot see the bottom of the flag. You go. High 5 for Paddy Kylie. Every right to love that here, Young.
And not quite the distance, but still spectacular. Morgan Pressel needing really good touch from way off the back, diagonally across 13. Bingo. A little lap for Morgan. What a day she's had. And that is a 7 under par round of 65 for Morgan Pressel, and the highlight along the way at the 13th. They are our shots of the day. We can't separate those. All simply fantastic. And so to the final hole, the 18th. Katie Futcher enjoying a fabulous week. 4 under par for the day. 5 back from our leader.
Well, this beautiful 18th hole. It's 2 really good hits to get it down to the corner here. And then you take a nice severe little turn into this green that's tucked behind the water. It's not a realistic hole.
Well, why don't we go back one, Sandy, and take a look at 17, which all the week has been playing the only genuine hole downwind.
Yes, well, there's not too much wind out there today. This is uphill all the way. There is bunkers on the left. The ones on the right are 226 to get over, so they're not an issue. But at 263, the left ones are. But the interesting thing is all those little mounds and ridges, you can get a kick in all sorts of directions, sometimes backwards, it props and stops, sometimes forward. Then this has posed a very difficult green to find the flagstick. We've seen a lot of long-range putting. The pin today on this hole is 23 on and 4 from the right-hand side. So it has had its challenges for the players. Azahara Munoz coming off a great birdie on 16. And she can get a kick forward off one of these mounds. Put her up into closer range. There is that bunker. And that's 338 off the tee, so it's very severely uphill there.
She's got to be thinking, what do I have to do? 5 under par for her final round. Amy Yang's tee shot at the last.
That's one of the smoothest golf swings you'll see, but boy, does she generate some power. Gets the ball out a very long way, Amy Yang. Yanni's got the driver out. She must be feeling incredibly comfortable now. 2 shots ahead. Anything can happen. Should say 3 shots ahead. Ooh, that's not what she wanted on a tricky hole. But the ball seems to be laying okay. Quite a few very stray shots we've seen from Yanni today.
Hannah Nordquist in line for a very big payday. Really got to admire the way that she has coped with everything that's gone on around her. This is the third time that she has played with Yanni this week, and all of the circus that's gone along with everything that has been Yanni this week. Anna has really handled it well to be right in contention coming down towards the stretch. But that is what it looks like at the moment. It is Yanni Singh by 3 from Azahara Munoz, and they are the only two now. But surely it's going to be Yanni's day, Yanni's week, and a reason for the nation to celebrate. Amy Yang and Anna Nordquist battling out third. Morgan Pressel and Katie Futcher battling out fifth. Hee Young Park in the clubhouse after a 6-under par round of 66, and Christy Kerr did exactly the same thing earlier today. Yanni leads by 3, 2 to play in Chinese Taipei. By Rolex. We're heading to 17. Sun disappearing in the west, and so seems to be the chances of anyone catching Yanni Singh. This is the only lady who can. Azahara Munoz second shot at 17, looking right into the sun. Haven't seen many in that bunker this week.
Haven't seen anybody in that bunker this week, and that is going to be a difficult shot. Very little room to work with, and downhill. Anna Nordqvist out of the rough. Now this is going to make it tough. She's got to carry it onto the green. It's going to run. Very hard to get control. Look at that go bounding through, but coming out of the rough, you can't get the spin on it. This green is very, very firm on 17.
We saw Yanni go flying into the crowd at the back of 17 yesterday with a back pin here, 23 on 4 from the left. She won't be too concerned if it runs all the way to the back. She's got a human backstop. She should be comfortable. Hasn't quite got up there. Needs to get up and down from there. Remember, her main challenger, Munoz, in the back right trap. It's not done and dusted just yet.
Well, all these three players have missed the green on this hole, but Yanni's probably coming from the best spot on the uphill. Munoz has got a bit of a nightmare in that back right trap. And Nordqvist will be very, very slick chipping from over the back.
And I think the thing with Azza too, Sandy, is she's already used her miracle card today with her third shot at the 6th.
Yes, you can't expect too many of those. One in a round is spectacular. Katie Futcher, what a round of golf this has been from her today. 4 under, she's at -9 for the tournament. Tie for 5th. Outside chance at another one, but she has had a really great tournament.
Also at the final hole, Amy Yang, the golf ball of Hee-Won Han not far away from her feet. Oh! That'll get the crowd up at the 18th. Give them a bit of cheering practice.
They almost had a 4th shot of the day.
And here is Hee-Won. Not a happy day for the veteran. Of all the top 15, she's the only one over par for the day. Oh, she might fix that. So they wait to acclaim the champion, and it's going to be the champion, by the look of it, that they've wanted ever since this event was announced.
Well, you can see all the fans there, and we are about an hour out of Taipei, but when Yanni Singh walks up this 18th, I think they may well hear this crowd down the mountain. And a Nordqvist, now you can see that ball sitting down in the grass. That is going to be a problem. She's got to pitch it nearly onto the green, and it's going to be very quick when it gets there, so to try and get some control. But we'll come back to her because Yanni is the first to go from the front. Just didn't quite get it onto the green from that fairway bunker.
What's a good result from here distance-wise from the pin, Sandy? A really good result. How far away?
For Yanni?
Yep.
Oh, I think if she could get this within 4 feet,
yep,
I think she's done well. And from there, She doesn't miss too many.
If she does, she's home, surely.
And this is a part of her game that is just usually spectacular. She has a tendency to knock them right next to the flagstick, and she's very, very good from here.
Once again, not a spare spot anywhere. And someone's phone just going off in the background. Back through the routine again. With a 3-shot buffer, close enough here, should be good enough.
Katie Futcher's birdie putt. Oh, it's come up way short on that. Katie today at -4.
Here's that shot that Sandy was talking about with the ball nestling down. When I was looking at that ball and looking at Anna standing over it, I get the feeling that I've seen that a fair bit today, that she's missed the short grass and has been penalised for it a lot of times.
Yes, very much so. She's missed the green on a number of occasions, and sometimes the fairways, and this grass has a tendency to really let the ball nestle down into it. Needs a lot of touch here. That's going to go. Well, it hasn't gone well on the back nine for Anna.
One of the rounds of the day, the young American Morgan Pressel, who simply thrilled us, and she has now completed her round, and she's with Kate Burton.
Morgan, what a tremendous final round. Can you talk us through some of the good shots? I know there were so many, but around a 65.
Yeah, I played well today. I didn't put myself really in any trouble. I mean, the only bogey that I made was a sand wedge from 91 yards, which is kind of pathetic when you look back and think about the entire round. But I just made everything. It was like every 20, 30 footer that I looked at went in the hole, and it's a good feeling when the hole looks like a bucket.
Don't you wish there were another 18 holes to go?
No, I'm done. I'm definitely ready to go home. But I'm very happy with the way that I played today. It's definitely my best round of the year, and my best round in a long time. And so to think that everything came together today for me, I've been working pretty hard, and so it definitely feels good going into the last couple big events of the year.
Certainly a round that will linger long in the memory banks. But talk us through the eagle you made on 13.
Yeah, it was that was another one of those that goes in and you just shake your head. And I went for the green the other day with the 7-wood, the same club, and hit it in the water. So today to hit it just over the green and chip in for eagle, maybe a little bit of a reward from the other day. So.
It was a wonderful, wonderful shot that we saw, and conditions today so different to when we first arrived in Chinese Taipei at the beginning of the week.
Well, to tell you the truth, different from every other day that we've been here. It was fairly calm. It's hard to not aim way right of the fairway and let the wind bring it back. It's kind of aiming down the middle of the fairway out here is kind of difficult after having played it for the last 6 days. But, I knew that the scores would be a little bit lower today and I needed to make some birdies, and I certainly did that.
Well, you certainly did that, and looking good going into the final part of the LPGA season. Thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.
23 years of age, a lovely smile from Morgan Pressel, and when you shoot 65, you're entitled to smile. The world number 12. Here's a vital shot for Munoz. This must be close.
Well, she's got to carry it all the way up onto the green, and then it's going to be downhill. There's not much room to work with. Could not do it any better than that. Great shot from Azza.
Here's Hee-Won Han's birdie opportunity at 18. The marker of Amy Yang there, just above the hole. And that's been the sort of day that Hee-Won has had. But what a week from the veteran to place herself right up in contention. Her 4-year-old son Dale will be very proud of what Mum has been able to achieve this week. Closing round of 74, but Hee-Won Han finishes at -4.
Anna Nordqvist. This is a par putt, uphill all the way. It's not going to be. It's going to be safe enough, but it's another drop shot for Anna. There have been 3 of those outstanding outward 9 with 4 birdies. She went out in 32, but no joy on the back 9.
Unfortunately for Anna, too, a few dollars going by the board at present. She drops back now behind Amy Yang, who's got the opportunity to make a birdie at the last, as has this lady, and let's salute what she has done this week. Katie Futcher announcing herself. Unfortunately, finishes not in the style that she would like. It's a double bogey, or a bogey at the last, I should say, for Katie Futcher. But what a week.
Azahara Munoz, this would be a great save. She put her second shot in probably the worst possible position. Now, there's been plenty of disruptions today, but it's going to be the case with these sorts of numbers out here. They've been very, very good, the crowds, but it's been so hard for them to get around. The odd phone, the odd camera. It's very distracting.
Well, that just puts the result in the book now. Yanni should make her par, but even if she makes bogey, she's going to have a 3-shot advantage coming up the last. And she'll be able to enjoy it. I think for the first time, Sandy, that when she heads towards the 18th tee, there'll be a bit of a release of pressure, because you can't afford to relax too early in these circumstances.
Well, and also you've got to think of the week that she's had. Enormous pressure. Just incredible pressure on her, the expectations of an entire nation. You know, she's the world #1. They've never had that before. They've come out here and they're just thousands and thousands to watch only Yanni Seng. They've got a lot more for their money because it's been just sensational golf. But she's also had a lot of things outside the golf course, a lot of commitments. So Yanni will walk up this 18th just, I think, the happiest person in the universe at this point in time. This is so important to her.
She's got an even bigger buffer now. So it's going to be what effectively will be a triumphal march up the last for Yanni Seng. This is a birdie putt for Amy Yang at the last, after a wonderful approach, and that putt is going to be worth a few dollars to Amy Yang. She takes it to -11. So this is what the leaderboard looks like. It is now Yanni Seng 4 shots in front. It is a tie for second between Amy Yang and Azahara Munoz. Amy Yang, coming to the rush, has earned herself plenty of dollars in the closing stages. Not that far away from celebrating the champion, and what a celebration it's going to be here at the Sunrise Golf and Country Club. Peter Donegan, Sandra McKenzie in the commentary box to watch Yanni Seng's triumphal march down the 521 yards of the final hole. Tee shot at the 72nd for the champion in waiting.
Well, she only needed to get this in play, and look at that bound down the fairway. Azahara Munoz. Oh, she almost made a great save on the last hole, but dropped a shot. Gave Yanni that 4-shot buffer. But it's been a fantastic performance by Azahara. We saw it last week in Malaysia. We're seeing it again this week. She is such a young star. It won't be too long before she picks up her first LPGA win.
And Nordquist with the final tee shot of this week in Chinese Taipei. What a week it's been for Anna Nordquist as well. Still very important she finishes off well. Lots of prize money still up for grabs here as they make their way down the final hole. Well, one lady who's been in the rarefied air this week has been the 30-year-old from the United States, Katie Futcher. She's performed so well, and she's with Kate Burton.
Well, Katie, it was an excellent final round of 69, and you certainly gave yourself a few chances to try and catch up with Yanni.
Yeah. I think I birdied number 10 and 11, and birdied the par 5 on the front, number 6, and then also another one on the front. So, yeah, a couple chances.
Yeah. You've been playing well going into this tournament, and it's been a good display of golf from your perspective.
Yeah, I've been playing really steady all this year, and the putting has been really, really key in my improvement this year. So, yeah, it's been good.
And the golf course today, a completely different animal to play, and you kept the energy levels up by eating some very strange food out there, we noticed.
Yeah, I do snack on bacon and green beans today, which was good. But I like it when the wind blew, and so it was a little different out there for sure. Definitely a different golf course.
Yeah. You've hit a number of good shots into many of the holes here today. In particular, 14, you played very well.
Yeah, I hit it to about 2.5, 3 feet. So yeah, it was really good. So. Yeah.
It must be encouraging now with the final few tournaments on the LPGA season. A lot of travel now with the LPGA. It's a global tour.
Yes, definitely. Back home for 2 weeks, which I'm very, very excited for the 2 weeks off, and then Mexico, and then our tour championship. So, yeah.
We wish you all the very best. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Yes, Katie Futcher. An unusual diet, but it obviously works, and given the fact that she likes bacon to snack on, Sandy, it comes as no surprise. She's actually not into fashion, so if you gave Katie a shop that she would like to go shopping in, she said it would be a grocery store.
Well, she's different from most women in the world.
You can say that again.
That'd be the last place you'd want to be, and the clothes shop's usually a number 1 on the hit list.
And here's number 1. Best player in the world. She's going to win for the 11th time this year, 7th time on the LPGA Tour. She's going to break all sorts of records over the coming years, and no wonder the smile is just starting to emerge on her face now.
Yes, well, as we mentioned before, Yanni bought, I think it was last year, Annika Sorensen's house, and her biggest concern was the size of the trophy room and whether she'd be able to fill it. I think she might have to be putting an extension on that trophy room. But this is Azahara Munoz. Her second shot down this par 5. They don't take on the water here. It is just far too dangerous. It's too far away. So I get it safely to the corner, and it's just a little wedge in.
Aiming probably around about that light tower. Maybe a little left of the light tower, just in front of the clubhouse. That's where she's taken it. And with the left to right slope, it'll roll on down and put herself in a good position. So Asa needs a birdie at the last to break out of the deadlock with Amy Yang. They're currently both at 11 under. So a birdie at the last will be good enough for second.
And a Nordvest, her second shot, she's going with just an iron. Gives you an idea of the distance Yanni Singh hits it to. That's her ball, well ahead on the right. Just get it safely to the corner. Birdie here won't hurt her at all. There have been no birdies on this back 9 for Anna Nordvest after 4 of them on the front. So her charge halted at the turn.
They're all pretty calm and quiet at the moment.
They won't be shortly.
Oh, you can bet that. They've had reason to shout throughout the week. 68, 71, 67 so far this week for Yanni Singh. She needs a par at the last for another 67. Hopefully this might be her third last blow. And as Sandra said before, not surprising that we've got the odd noise going on in the crowd. When you get galleries of this size, it's amazing it doesn't happen more often. Generally speaking, they've been pretty well behaved. So this is all about position to set it up for the glory.
This lady, this whole week has been about Yanni Singh, and she has delivered. for her with everything that she's done at a very young age of 22. It's been an extraordinary career, and most of it's taken place in the last 2 years. But this is just a moment she will be loving.
And hopefully the crowd will be respectful right through until the end, so that Azza and Anna, the two good friends from Arizona State University, the two Solheim Cup teammates, can also play out their part as the week comes to an end. The 24-year-old Swede first to play at 9 under. She's got Morgan Pressel for company at present, so she too wanting to finish in the best possible way to collect a few more dollars. It's been a brave battle by Anna Nordqvist all the way through the week under trying circumstances at times.
Maybe that will set up Anna Nordqvist's first birdie on this back nine, and what a way it would be to finish.
Look at the variation of ages of the people in the background. We've seen youngsters walking around in I Love Yanni t-shirts. We talked a moment ago about just the acclamation that she's received from every shot. Well, this might just about top them all if she can get this close at the final hole. That was nearly the grandstand finish to top all grandstand finishes. As if she wanted to do it for the folks at home.
What an extraordinary shot she played into this 18th. It doesn't get any better than this. Just spectacular. Almost bounced in the hole in that second bounce.
And look at her reaction. The crowd roaring at this stage, but Yanni knew it was going to be close. That's great. That's a great way to finish a great week. And now Azahara looking to do something similar. Wouldn't she love to get it around that distance for a birdie at the last? This is her third shot. Currently in a tie for second. She's given herself a chance of taking second place by herself. So here we go. Here's the moment. It's not only Yanni Singh who should take a bow this week. The people of Chinese Taipei should take a bow for the way that they have supported their favourite sporting daughter on the big stage. They have been magnificent with their response in coming out here in such numbers. The atmosphere has been absolutely electric from the moment the first ball was struck in this championship.
What an amazing moment for her. Her mum, her dad is here, who never comes to a tournament, but he's here today. Her brother. This is really a dream come true for her. Firstly, to get the event here in Chinese Taipei, and then to come out on top and play as she has done. But first we have Anna Nordqvist. 3 very close shots in here to 18. And can Anna pick up her solo birdie on the back 9? So we're take her out of a tie with Morgan Pressel. And it's not to be, but it's been a good performance by Anna Nordqvist this week. Back into great form. You see those 4 birdies on the front, and then it all went a little pear-shaped on the back. Around a 71 though.
A very satisfying week for the 24-year-old Swede. So this is going to be about a $25,000 putt for Azahara Munoz. Outright second is $178,000. Tie for second is $153,000. That's where she stands at the moment, tied with Amy Yang. 2 wonderful weeks for the Spanish starlet. Her first win is just around the corner, no question about that. She's got the talent, she's got the temperament, and she's got the game.
Slips by the hole. But what an outstanding player. She is. Wonderful effort. Azahara Munoz.
Congratulations on a great week. 2 great weeks, in fact. The great friends from Arizona State University embrace, and the way is clear. She's been thinking about this moment ever since this championship was announced, ever since it was placed on the LPGA schedule. It's been a dominant display again from the world number 1. There is no place like home. Yani Singh makes a nation celebrate. And finally, the pressure can be released.
Just thrown water over, they've drenched her.
Simply magnificent. Yani Singh finishes with a birdie, closes with a round of 66 and takes the championship in her homeland. And this is the way she did it, in front of her adoring fans. That is a great moment. Those people are not going to forget this day in a hurry.
Well, she has certainly proved why she's the standout world number 1 and why she deserves to be. She is just extraordinary.
And she's signed that famous signature hundreds and maybe thousands of times this week, but she is about to sign the most important one, and that is on the scorecard at the end of the day, where Yani Singh is crowned the champion of the Sunrise LPGA Taiwan Championship of 2011. Her final margin of victory, 5 shots over Amy Yang and Azahara Munoz, tied for second at 11 under. It was a tie for 4th between Morgan Pressel and Anna Nordqvist in outright 6th place. Katie Futcher at 8 under the card, and Hee Young Park with a wonderful closing round of 66 gets it up to -7. So Yani is happy, everyone around her is happy. She's about to accept the trophy, and we'll hear from her in just a moment in her homeland. The winning moment in Chinese Taipei. The home gallery acknowledges the champion, and what a champion she is in every possible way. A 5-shot winning margin in the end for Yani Singh in front of her adoring home crowd, and the celebrations have only just started. And it has been yet another dominant display from the world number one on Sunday. She came in here perhaps a little bit nervous at the first hole. She wouldn't be human if she wasn't, and then the nerves were settled with this. Downhill birdie putt at the second, and that's what got things rolling.
Well, the 6th was where she really stepped on the gas. It was very difficult. Par 5, well, tricky to find was good. She had no problem with that. An eagle putt.
Then it rolled on at 7. Back-to-back birdies. She was getting away. The crowd was getting excited.
And then why don't we just do it all over again on the 8th hole? This was a spectacular shot. Up the hill into 8. Into there, and that was to make it 3 in a row. Here's the putt. She would have been feeling in a nice comfort zone.
And then she put together a string of pars, and she couldn't quite relax until the 16th. The Audi hole. She didn't pocket the keys to the car, but she did just as well to put it up there within birdieable range. And that was just about it. Her reaction told the tale. And so she could safely celebrate as she walked up 18, and then she nearly gave us a shot that would be in the highlights reels for years to come if you finished this way. It didn't matter. She knew that close enough was good enough. She knew she was going to be the champion in front of her home crowd, and they celebrated with her. A simply magnificent display from the best player in the world, congratulated by Anna Nordqvist and Azahara Munoz, who have put on wonderful displays of their own. That truly is the start of what is going to be the celebration of a nation. The Rolex world number one, showing us why she is that. A 5-shot margin of victory over Amy Yang and Azahara Munoz. A 16 under par tally and a closing round of 66. So she goes 68, 71, 67, 66 to win. Yani Singh is the champion in the Sunrise LPGA. The nation of Chinese Taipei has been watching on for a week, holding their breath and waiting for this moment. Yani Singh is crowned the champion of the Sunrise Golf and Country Club after the Sunrise LPGA Taiwan Championship. For the presentation, here's Kate Burton.
Well, thank you, Pete. And this is certainly what fairy tales are made of. The world's number one has returned home to play in the first ever LPGA event in Chinese Taipei, and you certainly couldn't have scripted a better ending. Yani, what a finish on 18. You're soaked for a start, but a wonderful birdie putt to finish what has been a scintillating week of golf.
Yeah, you know, I played great today, and I was so happy winning this tournament in front of all the fans. And thanks for their coming. I really appreciate it, and thanks for all the people working so hard for this tournament. And it's incredible feel.
Well, you can relax now. It's over. But seriously, I mean, are the hairs on your arms up on their ends? Because the atmosphere when you walked onto the first tee, and you had 22,000 fans following your every shot out there.
Yeah, it was a huge crowd for every shot. I feel like if I make birdie, I feel like I'm already winning the tournament because the crowd's that big, and it was just amazing.
You've won 5 majors already at the tender age of 22, but surely this win on home soil must rank right up there with those.
Yeah, you know, actually, I do feel I feel a little pressure before I come in here, but after I saw those fans here, I mean, I feel so relaxed because I just want to do my best in front of them, and I'm very proud of myself. How do I do this week?
This is your 7th win on the LPGA this year. Do you want 2011 to ever end?
No, I don't want them. You know, we got 2 more tournament. I wish we got more. I can win more too.
And Chairman Xu, who joins us here in the presentation party, has done a tremendous golf in setting up a wonderful golf course.
Yeah, this is a beautiful course. I grew up here for like 5 years, and this is wonderful. I practice here a lot. It always get very windy, so I know the course better than the other players. So I got a very good advantage here to play.
Well, you're a true champion, and now definitely for the best part. And can I please invite the Chairman Xu, the President of the Golf Association of the Republic of China and the Chairman of Sunrise Golf Club, to please present this exquisite trophy which symbolises eternal light and heat to our 2011 Sunrise LPGA Taiwan champion, Yani Seng.
$300,000 US is the check for the winner. That trophy itself is worth $116,000 US. But it's not about the money value for Yani. As she talked about with her countrymen and women. It's such a proud moment for them. You can see with the chairman and everyone who's been here this week that this is an achievement that is going to be celebrated right around the nation tonight.
Yeah, she is such a star in more ways than one. She is just the nicest person as well, and it's just unbelievable that you can have that much talent and be so nice.
And it's time to look back on the moments that mattered in her round. This downhill birdie putt, as we said, probably just released the pressure a little bit. We were sitting in our commentary box before we went to air and heard that roar, and it shook the foundations.
Well, as she said, everything she did, they cheered her all the way in today, as they have done in the other 3 rounds. But this was a cracking shot on the par 5, 6th hole.
And so many times she was able to use that wonderful iron play to advantage. She did it here at 7. When you've got 10-foot birdie putts or thereabouts, a lot of the time you're going to win a lot of tournaments, and that's part of the reason she is so great, because she's got every facet of the game.
Yes, there's nothing she misses out on at all. You're only saying she is the complete package. This was for the 3rd birdie in a row, and this is what really set her apart from the rest of the field.
That roar, we just sound as though we're getting used to it. It disappeared for a little while because there was all that string of pars that went on, but then at 16, this was the release of the pressure valve after she was able to get this close. And that was a tough putt. It was a right to left curler, but this was it. That effectively did it. She had to wait really until the 18th. And then she gave us a moment that we're not likely to forget in a hurry.
Well, we've seen some spectacular shots, plenty of shots hold this week, but they weren't any more spectacular than this to finish on. It almost bounced in the hole, but what a stunning shot it was. And she deserves every bit of this. This is a great victory for Yani Seng. Look at her fans.
And it's one of the greatest seasons in LPGA history, no question about that. She joins some of the greatest names in the game over its proud history. A 7th win. Don't forget she's had 4 other wins worldwide. It all started here in Chinese Taipei earlier in the year. And then she went to Australia and won a couple of times, and she went to Thailand and won. And her dominance has simply continued throughout the year. The Rolex World #1, the champion here in Chinese Taipei, Yani Seng, well worth another look at the board. And we also should acknowledge the efforts of the players who chased her home. Amy Yang gave us some great entertainment this week.
Well, she really had it on a roll yesterday till she faltered, and then again today she was right in the mix. She's a star of the future, as is Azahara Munoz. How exciting has she been over the last couple of weeks? Fantastic round in there today. 7 under par today for Morgan Kressel.
And 66 for Hee Young Park and 66 for Christy Kerr as well, on a day when red figures were the norm. Sayuri Pak and Sandra Gale came up with 4 under par rounds of 68 as well. And scarcely, Sandy, did we think that we would see so many red numbers on the card when we arrived here on practice day and caught up with Suzanne Pedersen, and she was thinking that 6 over might be a good score. It's been an unforgettable week.
Well, this has been so exciting, and it has been an absolute privilege to have been part of it.
Sandy, it's been great to sit beside you in the commentary box. Our thanks to Kate Burton, all the crew at IMG Media. And on behalf of our Senior Director, Wayne Suter, and Executive Producer, Michael O'Dwyer, this is Peter Donegan saying farewell from the Sunrise Golf and Country Club in Chinese Taipei. after a day and a week that Yani Singh and her nation will not forget in a hurry.